Breaking news! Today, multiple global crises and security developments are dominating the headlines. In Japan, a magnitude 6.2 earthquake struck Shimane Prefecture in the western region, causing structural damage to residential and commercial buildings, displacing hundreds of residents and injuring dozens. Roads have cracked, water supplies have been disrupted, and emergency services are struggling to respond amid ongoing aftershocks. Rescue operations continue around the clock as authorities work to locate trapped civilians and restore essential infrastructure. The Japanese government has issued safety warnings, urging residents to remain vigilant. Meanwhile, Iran is experiencing one of its most intense waves of nationwide protests in recent years. Citizens have taken to the streets across multiple provinces to voice opposition to rising living costs and worsening economic conditions. Security forces have responded with force, deploying tear gas and batons, resulting in dozens of fatalities, including teenagers. Hospitals report a surge of injuries, while independent media highlight the growing unrest and human rights concerns. International organizations are closely monitoring the situation, urging dialogue and restraint to prevent further escalation. In Nigeria, violence continues in the northeast. An ambush in Borno State left at least 9 soldiers dead, marking one of the deadliest attacks in recent weeks. Nigerian security forces have launched counter-operations targeting suspected insurgent camps, while local communities remain on high alert. The ongoing insurgency has caused significant humanitarian strain, with many villages affected by violence and displacement, illustrating the persistent challenges in stabilizing the region. The Middle East remains tense as Israeli forces conducted airstrikes in southern and eastern Lebanon, including a strike on a commercial building in Sidon. These operations come amid ongoing security concerns along the Israel-Lebanon border. While no civilian casualties have been officially confirmed, the strikes underline continuing volatility in the region, with emergency services deployed to assess damage and protect residents. Diplomatic channels remain engaged to prevent further escalation between neighboring states. Finally, in Latin America, the U.S. military has deployed roughly 200 troops near Venezuelan-controlled regions, prompting concerns over regional stability. Pentagon officials describe the deployment as a precautionary measure to ensure readiness amid ongoing geopolitical tensions. Regional governments and international observers are monitoring the movements closely, emphasizing the need for diplomacy and coordination to avoid misinterpretation of military activity. Together, these developments illustrate a world under strain, from natural disasters to domestic unrest, from violent insurgencies to cross-border military action, and from regional tensions to global strategic maneuvering. Authorities worldwide are balancing immediate emergency responses with long-term security and humanitarian planning as populations and governments face an increasingly complex and interconnected set of challenges. Reporting for Frontline Intel, Alex Mercer.